Watch the cloud reacts.
You know, time doesn't wait, but Tom waits. What's up, guys? George the Cloud here. My name is Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Today we're checking out Tom Waits for the very first time featured on this channel. And the song is Intro and Better Off Without a Wife. This is a paid donation by Brad Taggart. Thank you so much for the support and the coffee. I really appreciate it as always. And you know what I was looking at here? The channel that posted this, their name is just George. So it's from a George to you. And if you're a George, then you understand that the logic of this makes sense. So there is that. But really, Tom Waits, have I heard his name? Yes. Am I familiar with his work? I don't think so. And I believe he is from, the older decades here. He was born December 7th, 1949. He's 75 years old, from California. And Brad mentioned how he was a great storyteller. You know, 20 albums, and his live shows are very entertaining because he does, interactions with the crowd, jokes here and there in between the songs. So it's very cool that he has sort of that personality. But I want to see Tom Waits. I know I've heard the name, but what song from him have I heard? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So I'm just gonna get into this song and see if I recognize it. I will let you know. So if everyone is ready, we can go ahead and watch the video. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go.
For all the bachelors out there tonight. Yeah, for anybody who's never whistled this song.
The wedding song, and I believe this is live.
Well, maybe you whistled it, but you lost the sheet music. This is, well, actually, I don't mind going to weddings or anything. As long as it's not my own, I'll show up. But, I've always kind of been partial to calling myself up on the phone and asking myself out. You know? Oh, yeah, you call yourself up too, huh? Yeah. Well, one thing about it, you're always around. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you ask yourself out, some class joint somewhere. The Burrito King or something. Well, I ain't cheap, Take yourself out for a couple of drinks, maybe, Then you be some provocative conversation on the way home. And park in front of the house, and you smooth, we put a little nice music on. Maybe you put on like shopping music, something that's not too interruptive, and then, slide over real nice, say, oh, I think you have something in your eye. Well, maybe it's not that romantic with you, but Christ, I get into it, I take myself up to the porch and take myself inside, or maybe get a little something in a brandy snifter or something. Would you like to listen to some of my back records? I got something here. Well, usually about 2:30 in the morning, you've ended up taking advantage of yourself, and there ain't no way around that, Yeah, making a scene with a magazine, there ain't no way around.
Viewer discretion is advised.
I'll confess, you know, I'm no different, you know. I'm not weird about it or anything. I don't tie myself up first. I just, you know, just kind of spend a little time with myself. So this is kind of a little anthem here. All my friends are married, every Tom and Dick and Harry. You must be strong if you're to go it alone. Here's to the bachelors and the Bowery balls, those who feel that they're the ones that are better off without a wife. It's how like I sleep into the crack of noon, midnight howling at the moon, going out when I want to, and I'm coming home when I please. Don't have to ask permission, I wanna go out fishing, never have to ask for the keys. Well, I never been no Valentino, but I had a girl who lived in Reno. Left me for a trumpet player, but it didn't get me down. He was wanted for assault. You know, it said it weren't his fault. You know, the coppers roared him right out of town. I've been sleeping until the crack of noon, midnight howling at the moon, and I've been going out when I want to, coming home when I please. Have to ask permission, I wanna go out fishing, never have to ask for the keys. I see I'm kind of selfish about my privacy. Now as long as I can be with me, we get along so well I can't even believe it. Love to chew the fat with folks, I've been listening to all your dirty jokes. I'm so thankful for these friends I do receive. I've been sleeping until the crack of noon, midnight howling at the moon, and I've been going out when I want to, coming home when I please. Don't have to ask permission, I wanna go out fishing, never have to ask for the keys. She's been married several times, and I don't want to end up like her. I mean, she's been married so many times, she got rice marks all over her face, and yeah, you know the kind. Yeah.
Genius. The man can sing, the man can write, and the man can entertain. First things first, we hit the like. I subscribe to George, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. This was really like, it brought me back to a different era. First of all, his voice is very particular. It has like this sort of and I have a sore throat. I'm not helping myself. But he said he talks like in this way, or almost Man, I wish I didn't I could do a much better impression if I was healthy. But reminds me of like a Zucchero, which I've reacted to in the past, and sort of a cartoonish voice in the best way, almost like I've heard this in 80s movies and stuff like that, and places. He could be a voice actor. But so anyway, just because of the voice alone, it was bringing me back to like I would say the 80s for me in like a movie setting. I don't know what it was, but it felt comfortable for me, like going back to different eras. It's almost like Seinfeld, one of my favorite shows of all time. Seinfeld took place in like the mid 1990s when I was just born. But it's just seeing like those environments, and even the cafe. Maybe I'm relating it that way, like the Seinfeld. They always got together in the cafe, sitting down, and with those colors, it's just the style of the era. Although here in this picture, I think this could even be, I would say early 80s if I had to guess. But man, the intro with the jokes, the preamble, like warming up the crowd to the song, and it made sense because everything was leading up to a song called Better Off Without a Wife. And I like how he, at the beginning he was playing the wedding music, and at the end, so it's like a full circle thing, and he was funny. He was saying jokes, but it was like a natural comedic, like circumstantial funny, which is what I like to do. It's my type of comedy, right? It's not like I have prepared jokes written down or anything. It's just you're talking and then you're riffing and you're going off, and it becomes something funny if you're, bring it into that sort of vibe. But yeah, I think the crowd was loving it. This is definitely somebody you would want to see live. He's an entertainer. And the songwriting here, the composition, it was just like he really took you along for the ride. It was a great story. You could understand it, you could relate, and well, you could relate if you put yourself in that situation. But he made it seem like everyone could relate. He's so casual with it. His style reminded me a little bit of Billy Joel and even Elton John. That kind of thing. It's like you're sitting down at the piano and you're telling a story about something, but in his way, he feels more raw, more direct, right? He's not really decorating it. Does he have like an incredible singing voice? I don't know, because he was more like just like saying it, right? He was kind of singing, but it was mostly just talking in harmony. And so it's very interesting style. I wonder if he always does that, but for sure entertaining and a memorable voice and performance. It's something that not too many people do. I mean, at least from who I have reacted to. Of course, you never see that in music videos, and live it's very rare, because this is almost like it's like in between comedy and music. And live, I think people are even more nervous, entertainers, so they're not likely to sort of do this kind of thing. But in his case, he seemed very comfortable and like he belonged there. I mean, he sounded more comfortable than like the people, in the audience, or than me. I was just like I was more nervous than him. So it's a very cool attitude towards a performance, and I enjoyed this song a lot. So thank you, Brad, for suggesting this, and I will check out more from Tom. Guys, don't go anywhere. Hit the like, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.
Thanks for watching.